Got that. All right. Now we're going to go over here. Wrong one. There we go. Good morning. Ooh, fix this. Ooh. I do draw a crowd. Good morning, man. We had a live last night. Whew. It was lively. Share this out. Say hi. Let's see here. Get everybody going. Well, I know he is not awake. We'll sit it out there and we'll get started that way. All right. So yeah, I did a live last night for a couple hours, almost 2 hours, and it was like over 3,000, like 3,300 people came through. We averaged like 150 for like the whole live, and it was pretty cool. All right, get my stuff going on here. I see some people trickling in here. We will get to those walk-up songs here in just a minute. There we go. Just getting the comments pulled up. There we go. Ari says, I just went on break. Perfect timing. Oh, man, we got some walk-up songs. They got 3 of them to do this morning. All right, we're going to have to get to those a little early. Because we got a new one. I got a new one. All right, I'm getting the... There we go. All right, we're going to get to some walk-up songs because we got the crowd in here early today. So we're going in order of appearance. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit Mr. Clean. Oh, that's not you. There we go. So I had to reprogram a bunch. That's Mr. Clean. Amanda's been up since 3:30 studying. Oh, that's no good. Now Ari is in the house. Good morning. She's on break. Just caught her at the right time. We've got Ames. Good morning, Ames. We'll get to you. All right. This is the one I picked for Amanda Donnell. I thought it was apropos, given all that you're going through. And then Ames is in the house. And when I got Holly in here, we got to hit Holly's. I got a new one for Holly. Y'all got some good walk-up songs. All right, Holly, this is what I picked for you. Kendall A is getting ready for work. Well, thanks for stopping by. What time do you work today? Yvonne, thanks for the daily heart me. I appreciate that. Mr. Clean probably on his way to work with the rock star Ames. Thank you. Thank you very much. 7 to 7. I remember those days. All right. Did we get everybody? I know I had hair. Look, I used to rock some nice hair back in the day. You'd be surprised. I've got a picture somewhere up on, like, one of my very old posts, like, back in the day, like, 30 years ago. Oh, Legal Nurse Leeds is in the house. Oh, I got one for you too. And Megan Marshall, welcome in. Jen's always cold. She's always complaining about how cold it is here. So, I thought that would be a good one. Oscar Rios, good Goose Morning. Goose Mornings to you as well. That's not the one you requested. Oh, did you have a request? I thought you were asking for other people. Oh, I must have missed that. All right, well, you gotta send me. I like that one, but we'll put the one in there you like. What's the name of the song? Ari's got to go back to work. Ari, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad we got to do your. Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, that's an easy fix. That is an easy fix. That's right, because you're like, oh, I don't know if we can play that one. I got it. All right, here we go. We'll let Third Eye Blind take it out. I like that. In fact, we're gonna do this right now. We're gonna see how the sausage is made. Now, I guess the real question is, where do we want to pick up? Do we want the hook, or do we want to start off with the opening of the song? How do I manage work stress? Doing this and working out. Here we go. Oh, you want to start with the opening? Easy. That makes it easy. All right. So we're going to see how the sausage is made. First, you got to pause it. Then you got to go to the start. And then we go into yours. And we are going to. Here we go. You ready? Oh, hang on. We got to go back. Because you got to override it. See, y'all get to see this is how I do it when you guys aren't watching. So don't watch me right now. No, I mean, stay here, but avert your eyes. All right. Here we go. All right. There we go. And it's recorded. Perfect. All right. We're good for the next one. And there you go. That's how long it takes. There we go. And we'll add that to the rotation too. We'll just put that right in the playlist. There we go. All right. Got some questions in there. Yeah, the opening was good too. I like that. How many times can you do a medical bankruptcy? I have no idea. That'd be a good question for like a bankruptcy attorney specialist. Was that no, I re-recorded I pre-recorded those and scheduled them out. I was not up that late. I had recorded them and then just scheduled them to go at like 1. I did another one at like 3, another one at like 5 or something like that. But no, I was not up. I was sound asleep. I like the motivational walk-ups. Those are good. All right. So I did a live yesterday or last night, like from like 6:30 to almost 8:30, and it was unbelievable. I was like on my deck and immediately went to like 150 people and stayed there for almost the duration. I think toward the end it got down to like 90 to 100, but it was wild. I don't know what it was. I was on the deck. I wasn't here, and I had this up there. I was using my Rode wireless mic. But man, the questions, there were so many questions. In fact, after the live, I went through the questions. There were so many I didn't even see. So I was like replying to people saying, "Hey, I sorry I missed your question." Um, it's one of those. It's like a victim of your own success to some, like, you get so many people in there, but you can't possibly get to all the questions, and it was, there were some people that got butthurt over that. You're like, "Oh, I guess you're too busy to answer my question. I'm leaving." I'm like, "Sorry, like, I didn't even see that comment until I went back and reviewed them all." Alright, let's get back to the playlist. Alright, did I miss anybody else coming in? Yeah, and I'm sure that's a better time to go, there's more people around, but I've done morning lives where I've had that many people too, so I'm not sure what the issue is. Okay. Um, yeah, it was mass chaos. I mean, the poor Holly and Ames were like just trying to keep up. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm working on the shop again because I tried end of shift apparel and they gave me some information, so I wrote back to them. Asked them like I've sent them like 2 emails and I've got no response. So I'm like, well, I guess you're not going to help me. So I guess I'm going to go back and try and dig it again. So I do have a business credit card now, which is going to make it easier. So I can set everything up again, figure it out. But we'll get there. Call me crazy Mel. From Toronto, Canada. I'm an ER med surg nurse too. Okay, love it. Oh, somebody muted Holly. Who muted Holly? Can you mute yourself? No, 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 don't mute Holly. What did she do? Nothing. Oh no. You're excited for how did Holly get muted? Moric Flores, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, I had a lot of questions in here, I think. I'm trying to go back and look. Should I got to work today? Should he go to work today? That's a personal decision. I had to call out on Tuesday, but that's because I had a sick kid. That was a little bit different. I know. I like all the walk up music. That's pretty cool. Boss man Tim, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try some more of those evening lives. Morning psych. Yeah, it's the best time for me to go live. Kids are still asleep and I'm not interrupting anything. Yesterday they were playing and stuff like that. Mr. Clean, I did. She made fun of black coffee. Oh, look at I see that's why I gotta keep this covered up. You can't see all the ingredients that I put in there. Let's see. Uh-oh. Somebody must have accidentally like, yes, we can see you, Holly. It was an accident. Sam, happy Nurses Week. It was last week, but I appreciate you. It ended like yesterday, I think. Jay Lynn starting nursing school in the fall. Any tips? Buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a wild ride. No, but seriously, you're going to have to put your social life on hold to some degree because you need to focus on your studies. Now, I made a post about GPA not being as important as people want to make it out to be. I guess to be a registered nurse and with passing the NCLEX, that from that standpoint your GPA doesn't matter. Now if you have bigger aspirations like CNRA school, um, grad school to a lesser extent, but CRNA school is going to be a big one. So in that point, somebody made the comment that that's where it becomes important. That is absolutely true. But if that is not one of your aspirations, but I would also argue like if you have 5 to 10 years of experience as a nurse before you go to CNRA school, they're not going to be super concerned with your GPA. Now, if you roll into CNRA school 1 year into your nursing career, 2 years in, yeah, then it might be a little bit more important. But I think I would take 5 to 10 years of nursing experience over what your GPA was when you were 22 years old. That would be me as an admissions. I'd want to see what kind of hospitals you were working at, What were your roles? What are your certifications? That's going to be more important to me because you've at that point you have been an adult for a long time. Oh, somebody sent me a direct message. Oh, cool. I can't look at it right now, but I will get to it. We're going to the Wayback Machine, 1984. Brian Adams. Ames is like, oops, my bad. Happens. I've done that when I've tried to go in and like the screen jumped and I accidentally blocked somebody real quick. Austin Schmidt, it's a question for the stream from me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a notification that said he sent me a direct message. I'm not sure how all that works. I'm still trying to figure it out. Juliet says it's the hardest thing in the world. Juliet's in a I think in an advanced you're in an advanced BSN program, correct? Oh, there it is. I'm looking to stay in the trauma field, but going higher education, then BSN, maybe MD. Any advice? Oh, trauma's. I mean, I love that field. I did level one trauma during the pandemic. Um, it's a lot. It can be a lot. Get a good therapist. You're going to see some pretty horrible things. So make sure you have good coping skills. I saw Mr. Ames blocked. Ames is blocked. I didn't miss anybody's walk up, did I? Michelle G. Oh, I'm scrolling back. Michelle G. Nausea, vomiting, no pain, no headache. Was there something else? Or is it just those things? Like, is there any abdominal pain? I'm scrolling back. I'm scrolling back. I don't see anything else. Um, yeah, if you're having that, it's worth a call to your primary, see what they advise. If you're having abdominal pain, you should probably go get that checked out. Oh, let's see. Oh, asking for a friend, how bad is random abdominal pains? I don't know without being able to do some tests, but if you're starting having these random if your friend is having random abdominal pain, they should go get that evaluated by a medical professional. Red Beard the trucker, why are ER nurses so hateful? My wife's friends talking about me until she um yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on there. I don't really want to get into that because I don't know what's happening. That's one side of the story. Is there will there be an OSCE in third year? I don't know what OSCE is. And are you talking about nursing school? Lee says, "Happy Nurses Week, Filipino BSN student here on his final year." Well, congratulations. Good luck in your final year. Nurses Week is over here. It was the 6th through the 12th, and we are now on the 14th. So I think it's moved on to something else at this point, hospital week or something like that. I don't know. Oh yes, Cypress, the young lady in Florida State who graduated or is graduating at age 18. What is that? Yes, Holly. Oh, wait, who did that? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, somebody did the hamster drum thing on my head. That was awesome. I missed it. Who was that? Oh, it was Austin Schmidt. Sent the drum hamster. Love that. Right on my head. Right, perfect, right? I got the right dome for that. That was awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Don't listen to Cypress. Cypress is not a medical professional. It is not a xenomorph infection. But it's a creative answer, and I do like it. I appreciate that. Janine is a longtime watcher and a rising star in the lives. Janine, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Jordan, yes, I like this song too. The dancing is also really cool, like from the Jimmy Fallon show. That was pretty cool. I saw that and like when they hit that beat and they all started doing the dance at the same time, I was like, whoa, what is happening? Like, why do I suddenly want to get up and do this dance? I'm still looking for I need to get somebody to explain to me um like the openness of that style of dancing. There's got to be a history behind that. And, like, I think he's currently touring, the North America, because I think I've seen him in Canada. I think he's also been in the States as well. But, I mean, he's drawing like, selling out arenas. Taking dysrhythmia course for an ER elective. Any advice? Oh, like EKGs? Um, so for EKGs, I think Life in the Fast Lane, the website called Life in the Fast Lane, it was something else many, many years ago, but they've been around for a very long time. And I would use them as a resource. When you're having difficulty understanding a particular EKG concept, you can go there and they have, I mean, everything there is to know that you want to know about EKGs, they'll have it. Mr. Clean, my uncle quit school, so at 14, got GED and graduated RN school at 18. Oh, that's pretty cool. So he's just one of these like really smart people, and like regular school was too slow. Hey, Austin says I like to disagree. Definitely xenomorph infection. Y'all are funny. Butterfly, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Wow, I mean, that's impressive too. So that young lady at, Florida State, she is getting is gonna become an RN. Her mom was, like a NICU nurse, and she passed away from cancer in 2020. So she's following in her mom's footsteps and is going to go work at a NICU. Mhm. Mhm. Not a Florida State fan, but you're from Florida, Jen, so whatever. No, not a big Florida State fan. So my alma mater, my first alma mater is Virginia Tech, and we lost to Florida State in the 2000 national championship game. We were leading going into the fourth quarter, and then we lost. The wheels came off, and it was a train wreck after that. Gator Mindy says, "Go Gators!" I work with a guy who's a big Gators fan. Oh, Tallahassee is your hometown. Well, that makes sense then. Yeah, I'll be down in Florida in July. Because I'm going, on another Disney cruise, and we're catching the boat down there. No, it's a ship, I guess, not a boat. My brother was in the Navy, and he was like, "Can't call them boats, they're not boats." Like, the little tiny ones that fit, like, a few people, that's a boat. The big ones are ships. I'm like, "Oh, sorry." I thought your favorite state, yeah, you lived in was Michigan. For me, um, I was pretty young. I don't remember a whole lot about Michigan. I I think Washington's probably my favorite state that I lived in. I went to Washington after Michigan, and my brother still lives out there. Beautiful out there. Lisa Ferrugia? Is it a J or a G? Ferrugia. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I try to make a concerted effort to get people's names right. It might take me a while to get it, but I'll get it. Washington State's on my list. Never been. Oh, okay. No, it's beautiful out there. The Pacific Northwest in general is like Oregon, Vancouver, like up into Canada is beautiful as well. And that's where Michelle from Canada, she's in British Columbia, so she is out in Vancouver, near Vancouver. The Navy ones are more like floating prisons. Yes, my brother was on a ship, and he took me when they were in, I guess, in port or whatever they call it. They were at their base, and I got to take a tour of it, and it is not for tall people. It is like being on a Navy vessel. If you are over, I'd say 5'10", is hazardous to your cranial health. You can whack your head on those when you go down I don't know what they're called, gangplanks or whatever they are. When you go down those really steep stairs, like they don't walk down them. Those guys just hook their arms on the rails and just slide down. But like I had to duck. I'm 6 feet, so I kept having to like go down like this. So I've already been on one cruise and we did okay. It's a Disney cruise. They are really diligent about making people clean their hands before they enter any type of dining facility. Whether they direct you to wash them directly, or if it's not a buffet and they're bringing you food, they will give you disinfectant wipes to use on your hands. Oh, I'm aware. I was deployed for 7 months. Oh, 6'3". Wow. Yeah, then you know. Did you ever hit your head? First of all, thank you for your service. I'm a VA nurse. I work at a VA hospital, so I work with veterans all the time. I appreciate your service, especially being in the Navy. My brother was in the Navy. Every day. Oh my gosh. Julie says, "Ah, so jealous. Vancouver is also on my list." Yeah, if you ever get to go out there, just make a trip of it. Oh gosh, I wonder if submarines are. I would assume they're even tighter. Like they're probably even less room to move maneuver. Yeah, my Disney cruise is probably gonna be a lot more comfortable than any Navy vessel. Absolutely. Oh, you're a Marine. Oh man. Yeah, so one of the funniest jokes I ever heard from a veteran, because I get lots of jokes from veterans, but one of the funniest ones came from a Marine. He's this old Marine, like just looked like he was still a drill sergeant or something. He still kept his hair high and tight, you know, kept himself in pretty decent shape. El Massey. Oh, we got El Massey in the house. My favorite song. I mean, I like all of them. It's like a favorite child. I don't have a favorite child, but this is my favorite child. Would you recommend going for nursing when you have kids and a job? I did. I think you have to have a good support network. So a supportive spouse that can help out that, and there are other people that can help out. But I did, and I did that with a blessing of my wife because we were going to go down to one income, and it was really all her idea. Wasn't happy in the job I was doing. El Massey, thank you very much for the daily heart me. I appreciate that. And so she kind of had done all the math financially, and we could go down to one income. So we did that. But we also have a really good support network too. So we've got family and friends that can help out because I was gone a lot in clinicals and class. So yeah. I mean, like that song when you come on, like you're just like, yes, dance away. Anna, good morning. Thank you for the daily harmony. Welcome in, friend. We need to get one from Anna too. Anna, we need a walk up song for you. Just let me know. Oh, we got Bobby from Boston in here too. Probably my second favorite one. Dropkick Murphys. This will get you hyped too. We got really good hype songs for walk ups. I mean, that's the point, right? I'm good today, El Massey. How are you doing? How's the weather up in Boston? Y'all sent us some of that rain because it has been pouring for like 24 hours straight. Thunderstorms. I kind of dig it though. Yeah, this is a good one, Elmira. Dropkick Murphys are good, and they're still cranking it out. No, Bobby's in Boston. And says, I literally just woke up. Where oh, Massey RN is in here. Austin has to jump out. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you stopping in to say hi and look forward to seeing you again. We do this most weekday mornings at 6:30. Good morning, Massey. How are things with you? Elmira, thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, don't forget TikTok wants me to remind you to tap that screen and share it out to all your friends and family. There you go. You happy TikTok? I did your bidding. Jen, what should I use to study for my T's? That's a good question. I mean, I'm a big fan of Quizlet. You can probably find hundreds of T's Quizlet study guides. So just, you got to make sure that's like good information. So, Anna, I assume that are you East Coast or Central? Because I think where you are, even both Wisconsin and Florida are both Central Time, aren't they? Because I think you are west of where my mom lives in Florida, and I know she's Central Time, so you should be Central Time too. Yeah, there we go. That was right. Those are my critical thinking skills. Massey, I'm good. I've actually gotten decent sleep the last few nights. I had a run of like 2 or 3 nights where I was not sleeping good at all. Juliet says, she used, the old Chat GPT. Nikki, most of Florida is Eastern, but once you get to, like, Panama City and west of that, it starts to turn into Central Time. Might even be Mexico Beach. Is it Mexico Beach? Mexico Beach is right about where that cutoff line is. Yeah, because my mom used to when she was working, she lived in Central Time, but worked in Eastern Time, so you imagine how confusing that was, because she was literally right there on that time zone. Oh, yeah, so if you're, like yeah, if you're north and mostly on the eastern side of Florida. But yeah, there's a big part that's on Central Time. Eowyn, is that a Lord of the Rings reference? Well, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Missy and Cats, thank you for the follow. Got like 113 new followers last night's live. That was wild. So we are pushing 40,000. Like we're almost to 39. We're like 38.9, and we're gonna make this push. We're gonna get to 40,000 in the next month or so. Yeah, man, we're getting there. And I'm about to hit 20,000 over on the book, which is wild because I started the year with like 100. So that's really blown up over there. So that's pretty cool too. The gram has really slowed down. Like I had a big jump for a while, but we're almost at 5,000. So we're getting there. Little Jimmy Eat World here on a Thursday morning. So after I drop the kids off at school, I have to go. I'm running rescue today while they're in school, but I need to go to the grocery store and get a couple of pork shoulders because I've got to do 2 pork shoulders for the weekend, which means I got to get them done today because I work Friday and I will not have anybody home on Friday while I'm at work to do the things that need to be done. So I got to get it done today, but it's going to be great. Texas style pulled pork barbecue. Can't beat it. It's wild the difference between Instagram and TikTok for followers. Yes. But you know what? The posts that I do over on the gram get way more views than they do here. So I use repurpose. Thank you, Jen Hamilton. I use which by the way, can we all just say congratulations to Jen Hamilton? I saw the post. She's officially a New York Times bestseller. And she like broke down, she was crying. I mean, it's just she's one of the good ones. And so every time something good happens to her, you feel good for her because I feel like she deserves all of that. So yes, I was very excited. Like I got a little like teary-eyed just watching her get teary-eyed because I know that she's worked really hard on all of that stuff. So, but anyway, congratulations to Jen Hamilton on her book. Birth Vibes is now a New York Times bestseller. How awesome is that? Talk about somebody who has used their platform for absolute good. Yeah, she's one of the good ones. So anyway, Jen Hamilton had recommended repurpose IO. And just for the record, I'm just throwing this out there. Like, for general information, Jen also follows me on TikTok. Just throwing that out there, do with it what you will. But she recommended repurpose IO, and it's been great. One of the drawbacks to that is unless you do a really deep dive and tell it what not to share, it'll share out some old stuff like from winter. So like I saw a post show up on my feed on my Instagram and it was like, "Hey, I'm not going in to sleep at the hospital during this winter storm." I'm like, "Whoa, winter storm? What are we doing?" It's like because it's pulling old and it's just repurposing it. But whatever, that's what they like. So that's what we're gonna do. And it is the results are hard to argue with. To me, it's worth the 35 bucks a month. RN on Future, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Tristan, good day, sir. I just want to ask if you have any do you have any reviewer for the CEN exam. So Ames is in here. I don't know. She might be lurking around. But Ames has some really good resources. She actually recommends the BCEN website, has a lot of good references. I use Jeff Solheim's review guide, which is like 30 bucks. I bought his course, but he literally just reads his review guide. So I think if you got that, that would be good. And then the BCEN has a really good practice exam that you can purchase, and that'll help prepare you for the test. Lurking. Yeah, that's what I lurk sometimes. Like I'll have somebody's live on and I'm listening to it, but I'm not at my phone, so I can't like actively participate. Corey, what do I think about the tides? Um, I think there's look, I think under the direction or under the, following a physician, I think that's really important to have a physician involved. I think not having that involved can can be problematic. You might need to have regular not might, you'll have to have regular labs checked. So, but I think there is a place for those. But I think that it's gotta be a reputable source, obviously, 'cause there's, quality control issues. You gotta be careful. Where did I get my mic? This mic here is just a cheap, like from Amazon, and it's fine. It does okay. This mic here is for simulcasting on other channels until I can get a stream key for TikTok. Once I get a stream key for TikTok, which I haven't gotten yet, then I'll be able to go back down to one mic. This Rode mic, the red one, this I got from Sweetwater. So if you ever need to buy audio equipment, I cannot recommend Sweetwater enough. Their customer service is fabulous. The prices are going to be as good or better than anywhere else you're going to find, but their customer service is why you do it. Yeah, this is the Rode. Yeah, it's not the dual. They do have a pod mic where yes, reputable sources are expensive. I know, I get it. But there are some that are more reputable than others. But this one is the XLR. There's only one type of connection. That's an XLR. I used to work in radio and television, and we use XLR. They're the gold standard. USB-C are getting better, but right now you still can't beat XLR. The problem with that is you'll have to have a mixer to run it through. The benefit to having a USB-C like this, you can plug it directly into your phone or directly into your laptop. You don't need an interface. Run amok. You're taking your last final in an hour. Well, good luck. Congratulations. You're almost there. Is it of like forever or is it just for the semester? Either way, you're going to do great. Oh, Missy and Cats. I have a ghost story channel I narrate. Oh, that's very cool. Well, the Rode mic. Now, if money's not an issue, the Shure MV7 is probably one of the best mics that you can get from a consumer standpoint. But this Rode pod mic it's really good. Oh, Anna, thank you for the drum hamster. I love the drum hamster. And like the feed from my laptop is about 2 seconds behind. So I can see it on my phone here, and then when I see it, I can look over here and watch the replay a couple of seconds. It's like a delay. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. What do you know about psych within the hospital? So we get psych patients in the ER every single day. And every nurse is qualified to take care of those. We do have a nurse who is that is their specialty, but they can only take so many at a time, especially if they are active SI. Then they're basically a one-to-one, unless we have a sitter, which we don't always. So, but yes, we deal with psychiatric patients every day when I'm at work. Yes, it's everywhere. It's probably more prevalent in the veteran population, given all the PTSD, which makes sense. So we see a lot of that. Mr. Cleaning, what nurse doesn't have PTSD from nursing school, right? To some degree, what are your top 3 nursing diagnoses as evidenced by Runamuck just needs a 50 to pass? Okay. That's doable, right? We could do that. Missy and Cats, I have a mixer already, just the wrong mic, even though it came with it. Oh, yeah. So there are good mixers and there are cheap mixers. So if you've got one of the like I have a Rodecaster Duo. It's a I think like $500, but it is worth every penny. Um, and I coming from a radio background, I understand like how they work, so it makes sense to me. Now, you can get like I had a Mayano one and it was okay. There was some issues with interference and all that kind of stuff. So, but I've not had any issues with the Rodecaster Duo. Comes with a limited warranty. So, yeah, you can't go wrong with Rodecaster. And I even got like that lavalier mic and the handheld spatula microphone that people like to call a spatula. I got that uh, as like a bonus for free. It's a sound card, I think is the proper term. Hubby got it for me. I'll look into Rodecaster. Yeah, like I said, if you can afford a better option and you're doing that kind of thing for a podcast, because I do a podcast as well, which is another reason I got this. So yeah, uh, Cambay engineer here. I'm always looking for possible contributions with inventions or improving the load. Oh, interesting. El Massey, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Thanks for showing up so I could play your walk up song. It's seriously one of my favorite songs at the moment. How often do you see people pass away due to neglect of doctors or not being taken seriously? I don't know what the numbers are on that. I mean, medical mistakes are, are do cause quite a few medical injuries and fatalities, unfortunately. But yes, Smarty Pants Nurse, good morning, welcome in. But personally, I've not I can't think of a specific incident that I've seen that happen. Oh, it's Ames' song just showing up in the natural rotation of the live stream, which by the way, you can find. Um, it is a public playlist from my Apple Music, and it is on like if you go to my BIO, I don't know if I really have to spell this out, but we're gonna do it just to be safe. If you go to my BIO and you find my LINKTREE link, you go there and you can actually listen to this playlist. Manis, good morning. Welcome in. Legal Nurse Lead says it keeps me in business. Yes. It's like one of those like I wish it didn't keep me in business because that means bad things have happened to good people, but it's gonna keep happening. So we need to keep doing it. It's like I, wish that we didn't have to have emergency nurses because I wish that didn't happen, but unfortunately it does. How am I this morning? I'm doing pretty good. I didn't sleep a lot. I mean, I slept for like 5.5 hours, which is not terrible. 6 is about my normal. 7's a great night. 8 or 9 might be too much. I'm a little groggy if I go longer than 8. The Liz Effect, welcome in. Thank you. My mom, Kai, 6'7". Is that what that was? My kids were playing cards on the deck last night when I was they were playing a game of war and they whenever like one of them plays a 6 and one of them plays a 7, they both go 6-7 and I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait for this to end." Good morning, the Liz Effect. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Hannah says 8 or I'm out. Like I can't function with less than 8. Oh yeah, that man, like when my youngest one was home sick with strep, we played that a lot, which is good. He's not on electronics and he gets really into it. And we played a lot of games, a lot. And sometimes those games can go on for a long time. Kai says it will never end. Oh, spade. I haven't taught him spades yet. I have to go relearn that. I played that a lot in college. Anybody play spoons? I remember playing it. I don't remember how it works, but I remember playing a game called Spoons and there was alcohol involved. I don't remember how we played it, but it was very popular back in the day. Or bees. I don't know what bees is. Oh boy. You see, like Elizabeth, she knows. I'd have to look it up. Seriously, I'd have to Google it. I remember the game. I remember, but I couldn't tell you how to play it. I'm sure somebody in here remembers. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yep, got it. Yep, I remember that game too. Sarah Caltabiano. My mom had a parotidectomy today. Have you involved in one of them? No. That's in the ER. The only time I would see that is if because I don't think we would do that in the ER. I've never seen that done in the emergency department. The only time I would see something like that is that they came in post procedure and were having complications. But I've never seen that done in the ER. I would think that would be done like I don't know who would do that. Is that a general surgeon or is that like an oral surgeon? I would think maybe like an oral surgeon, but I don't know. I was going back to the live from last night, reading all the comments, and there were so many that I did not see because I mean they were literally coming so fast I could not read all of them, and there were some really interesting questions in there, like how many years can I get less than 6 hours of sleep and survive? I was like, what? That's a very specific question. Pinochle, yep. I remember playing that Rummy. I mean, I remember playing them. I have no idea how. I'd have to go to the Google machine and look up the rules. Although we are big into backgammon right now. My kids, or especially the 8-year-old, he likes to play backgammon. So that's a lot of fun. It was a parotidectomy, so I guess parotid gland, something like that. That is definitely not something we would do in the ER. What happens to the body when you use the pen? Um, Look, that's not good. Like that's not good for you. You know, it's still carcinogen and it's not healthy for you. And you shouldn't do that. Shouldn't smoke either. Shouldn't use a vape. Shouldn't use that. No, not good for you. I mean, it does the same thing. It's going to damage your lungs. The other problem is with the problem with those is the amount of nicotine that is in those. It's easy to go through a lot more than if you were just like using cigarettes. So, which you shouldn't use either one. It's not any healthier. I miss old desktop solitaire. I actually have solitaire. It's one of the only games I have on my phone. I taught my kids how to play it. They played it for a while. They were like, "Oh, this is kind of neat." That's right, Mr. Clean. I'll be doing 2 of those pork shoulders today. Come home, and they're easy to do. Like, if you can let them sit overnight, if you can, you know, put the dry rub on and let them sit overnight, that's great. That'll help. But if you don't have a lot of time, you can literally just take them out of the wrapper, put a little either mustard or olive oil on them as a binder, and then just coat them and throw them right on. Fat side up for 8 hours. You know, I've done the spritz like every couple of hours and I've let it go without touching it. And honestly, I did not taste a difference. Like trying to keep it moist, I don't think it really made much of a difference. If you have time and you can remember, then yeah, spritz. But I have forgotten to do that and it turned out just fine. Anything you breathe that's not air isn't good. That's right. You know, and the air that we breathe is 21% oxygen and 78% nitrogen at sea level. And then there's like random other stuff. Let's see. Jen says I've had vertigo symptoms for over a month now with barely any relief. So you should probably go see a doctor to make sure that it's vertigo. Um, Kind of one of the telltale signs of vertigo is if it gets worse, if you turn your head side to side, if the dizziness gets worse, the room spinning gets worse. But you should go see a doctor. There is something called the Epperly maneuver. that they can do to kinda help reset the crystals in your balance center, and that sometimes works for people, but a physician can help you with that. Let's see, what is, any yeah, that's right. Oh, what did Kevin say? Why are there never beds upstairs and people always have to wait around in the ER for a bed? Yeah, because, there might be rooms up there, but they might not be staffed rooms. Now, oftentimes oh my gosh. So, the latest thing where I work is, like, we had shut down we have 2 med surg units, and we had shut down 1 many years ago to renovate it. They had shared rooms, so they were getting rid of shared rooms and just doing all private rooms. They finally opened it, and then after, I don't know, maybe 2 years, they were like, "Hey, the showers were not installed correctly. Like, they're not draining. They're not angled to the drain, and so they were getting flooding." And then they also realized that the pipes that they put in to drain were way too small. So now they've got to shut that unit down and redo all the bathrooms and, like, all 30 rooms. And you're just like, "Oh my gosh." So and now I wonder because they had just opened up the other one after renovating it, and now you wonder, like, are those gonna be the same way? Are we gonna have to shut that down and do it again? And you're just like, "Oh my gosh." We've got an ER that was supposed to open 4.5 years ago, and it is still not open yet. It's just sitting there. There's a local hospital that built a 14-story brand new wing of their hospital. It's basically a second hospital. They built a 14-story other building in less time than it took for us to build a one-level 15-bed emergency department. It's just an embarrassment. Duke flooded. I remember seeing I think I saw videos of that, like, going around social media, the entire ER. I feel like I saw videos of that. I don't think that's an isolated incident, I think I think there are other ERs that have had that happen to them as well. The Liz effect. I have a question. How much Alani is too much Alani in a day or a night shift? Like, I limit it to 1 per day, and I've actually not had one for a couple weeks because 'cause I've been out and I've been not I didn't I just I'm gonna order some, but I haven't really missed it. Like, I'm not addicted to them, but it's kinda nice to have. It's just like that afternoon pick me up instead of a cup of coffee. Half our ER floods every year. Oh, in Florida, I bet. That's right, old Greg. It is the federal government. That's exactly what it is. It's a VA hospital. Chris Calvo, best thing EMS can do when bringing in patients that make your job easier. Just, have a full set of vitals when you call a report, and, that thing probably drives me more bonkers than anything else. And I'm an EMT. Like, I run EMS. I ran yesterday. I'm going to run today. It's just like when they call in, like, "Hey, I got a 76-year-old patient having, complaints of abdominal pain. They look all right." I'm like, "Cool. What's their vitals?" "Ah, we're working on them." No, no, no. Get your vitals. Call me then. Like, because I'm going to make you call me back. I need a full set of vitals. I don't care if you don't have an IV. That doesn't bother me. If you get one, great, but I don't really care. Now, if they're crashing, either an IV or an IO, do something. I'm a EDA in ER. What is an EDA? I'm not familiar with that acronym. We probably have something comparable to that. We just probably call it something different. Old Greg, I'm at a VA, same problem flooding after renovation. Oh my gosh. It's the contractors they get. Lowest bid wins, right? That's the federal government way. Elizabeth says our ICU regularly has oh, that's not good. So it's not a isolated, it's not just the federal government. Emergency department assistant. Okay. Oh, like a patient safety person? Yep, cheapest bidder goes to the lowest bidder. And then it ends up costing you twice as much if you'd just gone with somebody a little more expensive. Ugh. Oh, Mr. Clean. I don't know if you're still around, man. Oh, yeah, you are. Just showed up in the rotation, man. It's so nice, had to play it twice. For those that are new to lives, the regulars in here, like Mr. Clean, Ames is a regular, Holly's a regular. They get their own walk-up songs. They've been with me for a long time. So I thought they deserved their own walk-up song. And this is Mr. Clean's. Mr. Clean is a 5-day a week healthcare worker. Blech. But you got to do what's best for you. Mahmood, how do newly graduated doctors perform with you? So the only time I come across, we don't have residents or we don't have new residents in the ER. I do work with residents who are on the admitting teams, so the medicine teams or ICU teams. They are the ones that I work with, and I actually know a lot of them because they have run rescue with us, where I run rescue because they are in med school. We've got 2 med schools around here, and they feed our EMT supply. And so I know a lot of them when they start doing their rotations. So it's kind of cool to watch them. Some are more personable than others. I think some are definitely probably on the spectrum, some in some fashion. So their interpersonal skills are not as developed. But it's just one of those things you just got to kind of recognize and learn to deal with. But I've not had a lot of it. I've dealt with a couple that are kind of a bit rude, but I think that's a personality thing and not because they're residents. I think that's just how they are. But no, I've had really, and at UVA was great. The residents at UVA were fabulous. I mean, really good teachers, seemed to really enjoy what they did, and I love working with them. Yes, July is around the corner. However, the evidence is very clear. That's a myth. You are not at a higher risk because they rotate around. So, yes, I bought into that once and then I was corrected and I looked it up, and that is, it's a myth. You are not at any greater risk. Residents still have to report. So, first year residents still have to report to the senior residents who still have to report to the attendings. I drove by right by VCU. Oh, okay. I got a friend who works at VCU, and then another friend who works in Richmond, Virginia, at the VA there. EM residents start in July. I kind of wish we would get residents in ours. I guess I don't know, our ER is the same as the one I started at, and we always had residents. It is a bit, yes, it takes longer. That's true. It does take longer to get things done. What do you think about hospital security guards? So we don't have hospital security. We actually have a sworn police force at our facility, the VA police force. So, and they're stationed in the ER. We always have at least one officer, usually 2, in the ER with us. Now, other places I've worked that have had hospital security, they're not really there to for my security. Oh, you have a sworn, yeah, there's the big level 1 trauma center has a sworn police force too. They're not a government agency. Oh, what is this? Sorry, I forgot that I can see comments that are flagged, and I'm approving them. Sorry about that. I can't see them on my laptop. I can only see them on my phone, and I can't see all the comments very good on my phone because I'm old. Has any of your coworkers been arrested for stealing? No, not that I'm aware of. Asher Lee just passed my NACC exam for PSW after what felt like a hell of a challenge. Well, congratulations. Gotta get the congratulate congratulations up there. Strangest thing I've seen as a nurse? Um, hmm. I don't know. I've seen lots of strange things. I looked it up, but I can't remember what it was. I had a patient many years ago when I was doing my like assessment of them. I don't even remember what they were there for, but they had this on their right side. I mean, it looked like somebody had buried a garden hose under their skin. I mean, it was this literally just this tight, not compressible rope like structure. And I had never seen anything like it. And I had to look it up. And honestly, I can't remember. I've never seen it since. It's the only thing I've ever seen. So if you've seen something like that and you know what it was, drop it in the comment because I don't remember what it was. But that was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. It literally looked like somebody just put like a rope under their skin and it went from like their hip all the way up. I have no idea what it was. Yeah, that's a loaded question. The Liz effect, that is a loaded question. Anna says the way people treat us. I did. Yeah. Oh, yikes. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. I have seen a like a finger degloving, like down, like everything completely gone. The only thing left was the bone. That was literally the only thing left, and a little bit of tissue here and there, but that was about it. And the wild thing was, I thought they were going to take that patient back to surgery to, to do the remain, like go ahead and amputate the bone. Um, they did not. They just literally went to the bedside with like surgical bolt cutters and literally just snipped it. And then like they went down deep and then did the flap over top right there in the ER and then like discharged them. All right, you're good. We'll see you in the clinic. All right, Mr. Clean. Have a good day, sir. We will see you next time tomorrow morning, most likely. Yeah, we're down to the last like 15 minutes or so. Youngest one is going to school today. He ended up not going to school yesterday. Had a headache and was pretty upset. Did not feel good. So we let him stay home another day, but that was it. And told him if he doesn't go back today, then we got to take him to the doctor because you have to have a doctor's note for more than 3 days. So he's going to give it a shot today. But first, he has an orthodontist appointment. Yes, he's 8 and he already has braces. Poor kid. Sorry about that, buddy. Have you seen the girl on the TikTok with the no? I can't believe they posted that. They let it stay up there. No, I've not seen that. That's wicked. Now I'm gonna have to go look it up. Of course, the algorithm will probably just give it to me now, right? Joe, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to say hi. It says I have a comment. We know it's just me. It's over on my public chat on the other channels. I should be simulcasting on like multiple platforms, but this is where everybody is. Sophia James, Group 7. This is a good song. What's your favorite part of nursing? Feeling like I make a difference. Like I was in a career that I did not feel like I was doing a whole lot of good for my fellow man. And I was at that age where like, you know what? Like I'm not here for a long time, but I want to be here for a meaningful time. And I want to do something that's going to help people. I had been a firefighter and EMT. I liked doing that. Um, I'm not a firefighter anymore. I have kids and it I wanted to come home. I feel like my odds of coming home are greater in a hospital setting than they are in a fire department. Not that I didn't enjoy it. I did. I was an adrenaline junkie big time. But, a couple of close calls and you're like, oh, next time might not, next time might be the time that I don't make it. So I have so much respect for the career firefighters that stay in it for 30 years. God bless you. She had reconstruction thigh formed into a heel. That's interesting. I have seen where they have done, um, like where they've lost like the lower portion of their tib fib, and they've had to remove that, but they keep their foot and they flip the foot around to the knee, right? And so they can use it as a prosthetic. That's wild. I've seen where they have done implant, like where they have to reimplant, like hands, but to maintain the vascular like portion of it, they have attach it to a leg to keep blood flow going until it's time to reattach to the arm. Yeah, that kind of that's wild. Let's see. Are you familiar with Figure One? No, I'm not. I will write that down. It is a Medical forum and app. Okay. Figure one app forum/forum. I'll check it out. Thanks, Liz. Liz is another live content creator here on TikTok. Less nursing, more music and just chilling, rocking out. Wyatt, yo, Gary is taking he's staying up for a day and a half, having a heart rate. No, it's not safe. You should go to the emergency department and don't drive yourself. Like call 911 or have somebody take you there. That's not good. Shouldn't do that. Can Google do the Google machine all kind of looks the same with no skin? Yeah. Sandy, I've been drinking since COVID. I've gained weight, but my body's hurting. I'm more tired than ever. You should go see a doctor. Get some help. There are resources out there for you. Oh, hi Daniel. Good morning. You're late. You're late. Demerits. Give me 20. Drop and give me 20. Oh boy. I think we got a bot in here. Bobby goes, there goes my breakfast. I think it's interesting. Yes, I don't work today. I run rescue today. It's just like on a volunteer basis. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is my long week, so I don't have any days off really. I worked Monday and Tuesday at my paid job. Well, Tuesday I had to call out sick because I had a sick kid, and then yesterday and today I run rescue while the kids are in school. So not like all day. I just do a driver slot to help staff an ambulance, and then I work at the hospital again Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, thankfully, is my short day. I only work 8 hours, so I get off at 6. I work 10 to 6, so that's kind of nice. Get to come home and actually have dinner with the family. Anna's working Saturday and Sunday this weekend. You called them for 911 for a crisis. What happened? What happened? I don't know. What are we talking about? Is the pay good? It depends on where you work. Anna will tell you that nurses in Florida are underpaid, and I think I think the evidence backs that up. Elmira, I've been a nurse for 10 years now. I would say I feel like I'm paid pretty well. I am not like I don't complain. Would I like more money? Of course I would like more money. Who wouldn't like more money? But outside of outside of being a travel nurse, this is probably the best job I could get pay wise. And when you talk about our nurse to patient ratio, it doesn't get any better. So we have a saying. Now we do have some nurses at the VA that have never worked anywhere else. So they don't know what life is like on the outside. They only know the VA life. And that is a pretty like fortunate spoiled life for a nurse, at least in the ER. Um, and those of us who have worked other hospitals, especially like level 1 trauma at a busy hospital, we know what it's like. So we have a saying, a bad day here is better than a good day on the outside. And that is absolutely true. Our ER chief says like my worst day here at the VA is not even in the top 100 worst days at any other job I've worked at. So, if you have the opportunity to go work at a VA, I don't know if all VAs are this way. My VA has been very good to me. I love my job. I love working with veterans, having grown up in a military family. Um, so many of my family members have served in the military. I grew up on bases as a kid. It's where I feel comfortable. I can work anywhere, but I love working with veterans. So, Andy, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Darnell's ALT. I have heart palpitations every day. You should go see a cardiologist. If you haven't had a heart monitor put on you, a Zeo patch or a Holter monitor, you should probably have that done so they can see what's going on. Heart palpitations, typically when people say that, they're usually what we call PVCs or like premature ventricular contractions, is I think what most people call them. I think there's another term for it. But anyway, that's usually when people have palpitations, that's what they're feeling. But We don't know for sure until a doctor takes a look. And the benefits, Liz, at a VA, we're what they call Title 38 employees. So from the day you start, you get 8 hours of leave per pay period, and there are 26 pay periods. So you get 208 hours of annual leave per year. And in addition to that, you get 2 weeks of sick leave per year from day one. Like my wife works for the federal government, and it took her 15 years before she got 8 hours of leave per pay period. Now, the caveat to that is when you take a day off, you're using 12 hours and not 8 hours. Ectopic beats, yes. The benefits are, well, they used to be really good. I mean, the cost of health insurance is going up for everybody, and that is the same with federal employees. There are different options that you can choose, but for as an example, we use Blue Cross Blue Shield. Our copay for an ER visit jumped significantly. We used to pay like 150 and then went up to like 200, and now it's 425 per ER visit. That's your copay just to be seen. And when our 8-year-old had anaphylactic reaction to an antibiotic and ended up in the ER twice in one weekend, that was $850 for 2 ER visits. And that's not even on top of the bills that we get for the physicians and all that stuff. So it's going up for everybody, and federal employees are no different. We're having to pay a lot more. Anna says for her, it's $500 just for walking in the door. So yes, that's across the board. Now there are high deductible plans that you can do, but I mean, that's nuts, right? That's a lot of money. And when you've got kids that are getting braces and, get sick, yeah, it can add up pretty quick. So we decided to stick with the FEP Blue. But outside of that, the benefits are really good. I mean, I still get a pension. So the way my pension works is when I retire, let's say I put in 20 years, you get your high three. So whatever your high three salary is, you will get for every year you work, you get a percentage. So if I work 20 years, I will get 20% of my high three. So let's say my high three is 100,000, just as a nice round number. I don't work 20 years. So I will get a $20,000 a year in a pension on top of my retirement accounts, on top of if there's still Social Security left that I've paid into that I have earned, I will get that as well. So yes, from that standpoint, it is absolutely worth it. And the job satisfaction, working with veterans. Now, look, veterans are people too. There are good people and there are mean people. And there are veterans who are mean people, not because they're veterans, just because they're mean people. Just like in the public, there are mean people. So, but here's my philosophy on that. Even if they're mean, at one point in their life, maybe they were misled by a recruiter, but at some point in their life, as a legal adult, they sign their name on a dotted line, willing to serve this country and protect the lives and freedoms of the people in this country and conceivably around the world. For that, they have my undying respect and my appreciation. So that's how I rationalize it. Jax DNN, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. How are you doing today? Oh, and yours, yeah. See, ours is not a high deductible plan either. Ours is like a traditional. Now we do the. It's not It's a. No, it's not a. What is it? PPO. It's like we don't have to have a referral to go see a specialist. We can just go see them, but it's like $50 just for a copay. I think I added like that whole Lizzo album instead of just that one song. I've done that before. It's kind of confusing. Let's scroll down. Oh yeah, I did. I got to go in and take some of these out. Because there's like 2 buttons and I think I did the wrong one. Because there's only one that I want on here. Yeah, so I gotta get rid of these other ones. Dag nabbit. Technology is great when it works, right? We'll get to that later. Yeah, Lizzo is fire, but I don't want the whole album, just that one walk-up song. Holly, yes, I got this from Educated RN on TikTok. So I've got shirts from Anna. I've got shirts from Rogue Nurse Creations. I've got shirt. This shirt came from Educated, and the ED is for ED, so it's Educated ED RN. How do you deal with people that pass away? It depends if yeah, you can get it the Liz effect. If you go to Educated and the ED is capitalized as an emergency department nurse, she's got a store on there, but you can also get a lot of good stuff from Anna ER nurse. She has some really good shirts as well. Good quality shirts too. Um, I've got some from her, and then Rogue Nurse Creations also has some. I've got the one I wore yesterday, burnt out but optimistic. That's from Rogue Nurse Creations. This one is from Educated RN or Educated Nurse, and then I've got a couple from Anna in her store, which is Vitals and Vibes, and then the standard.com. You can go check her out too. Lots of good places. And I finally bought a coffee mug from the Ginger PA, Med Sheeran. And I ended up going with the poop is gross, but I'll look anyway. I was like, I mean, that's, come on. So when that gets here, we'll be wearing it. And my bear hat with the ears has shipped. She finished making it and it's on the way. Bailey Kennedy, didn't hear your answer. Wait, what was your question? Did I answer your question or somebody else's? Oh, how do I deal with people that pass away? I didn't answer your question because I have ADHD and I got sidetracked. Sorry about that. So it depends. If that person is somebody that is close to me, it's going to take time. Like I've lost some family members over the years, and you kind of deal with it in your own way. Um, and if it's people that I don't know and it's just patients that I have worked with, um, I feel bad for a little bit. It's part of life. It's part of my job. It doesn't really affect me a whole lot. So I think also depends on the age of the patient. Um, the younger they are, I think the harder it is. Like you feel more for them than you would if like when they're older and they'd had an opportunity to live a really good life. At least they've had the opportunity, right? So, Bobby, thanks for sharing out the live. I appreciate that. Oh, we went overtime again. What can I say? Oh, Bailey's a corner in Australia. Ooh, I need to get a corner on the podcast. That'd be really cool. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be really cool. I think it's fascinating. What site was the Will to Daisy? Rogue Nurse Creations. If you go to the Google machine and type in Will to Daisy, Rogue Nurse Creations is, I think she still has that as the name, but I think she changed her actual username because when I typed in Rogue Nurse Creations, it came up as another name, but it's still that page. So I think she changed her username. Yeah, that's what I was kinda getting at. The kids are the ones that break me. Like, that's why I can't do pediatrics. Like, it's too much. I can't handle that. I've got kids, and I can't imagine that. Yeah, so the Wilted Daisy is Rogue Nurse Creations. You can go to, the Google machine. She's on here, but, if you go to the Google machine, you'll find her actual website. She's on Etsy too, I think, and she's got a lot of stuff, as does, Anna, ER nurse, and she's got a lot of EMS and ER specific things. She also does, like, physical like, respiratory therapy. She does other specialties as well. So it's not just all nursing. So you should check out all of those are good options. So find something that you like. Picked up a kid the other day, heartbreak. Oh my gosh, yeah. Brandon Clark is my favorite NBA player. I saw that somebody had just passed away, young too. They didn't list the cause, which always makes me think that this was self-induced. When they don't announce the cause right away, that makes me that's what I think. So all right, folks, I gotta get out of here. I got a kid. I gotta get to a appointment, orthodontist appointment. So I'm gonna have to get out of here and get ready to go. So thank you all for stopping by. Trifecta, thank you for the follow. We do this every weekday morning at 6:30. We will be back live tomorrow morning. I hope to see you then. Bobby, thank you for stopping in. Anna, the regular crew, thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. As always, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, prioritize your mental health. I'm Gary, the ER nurse. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And for those of you still watching over on the other channels, thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful day.